Right. Perfect. I'm just gonna wait a few moments for people to find me. I'm outside. Grounding. Listening to the birds speak. Feeling the wind. Hello, whoever gave a like. I'm hearing hummingbirds and crows. Hello, Strong for Life. I think you were on Darren's chat. Thanks for coming over to hang out with me. Just gonna wait for a few more people to come on. How are you doing? I felt this strong, compelling energy. Hi, James. To come in here. Ooh, I don't know about you all, but the last couple of days, I have been feeling a lot of energy moving in and through me. There's a shift. I actually have a song that just came through that I'll post in a little bit about that the shift is happening, and it was saying the prophecy is coming true. Yeah. So yeah, today I am guided to walk you through a guided meditation, and who knows what else will come through. Hi, Dare. Thanks for being in the comments. My heart is like racing right now. I'm just trying to like acclimate to the energy. I've been, for the past 2 days, just having a lot of what I call like this knowing of God being in my life. And oof, it's been a hard journey to use that 3-letter word. And you know what, Darren? I just realized recently that when we were doing Channeling the Light with Emily, I'm not saying this is what I'm talking about when I say the word God, but it's kind of funny because we use the word phrase God because it was galactics for me, oracle for Emily, and then U was divine council of 9, which spelled God. And then here's like, feels like a full circle. Just so you know, it's kind of hard to see the comments. Hi, Vicky. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for being here. Yeah, and one thing that's been coming through to me a lot is just noticing how God is communicating through me. And one way is just like, what are your senses? You know, like, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you taste? What's your knowing? And being open to receive however that's supposed to be. And oh my gosh. Yesterday, I took an Uber to go to one of my appointments, and the car that I'm calling in showed up. Like literally the exact car that I'm calling in, which is a Prius V, because I think they have good gas mileage, they're bigger for a family, and that's what my guides have showed me. The only thing is it was black instead of red, and for some reason I'm supposed to get a red car. Yeah, maybe because the grounding energy. And then as the day like progressed, I was just like listening to like what I was guided to do. Oh my gosh, I was like sobbing on the bus because I have been guided to do grid work or energy work wherever I go. And I'm in Portland, Oregon, and there's a lot, a lot of energy that needs to, or that I'm being guided to move here. And it was fascinating because I was doing this energy work, and there's a person sitting next to me that has a bag of cans, and he starts gesturing and speaking, and I was just like, I feel like he's doing light language. Like, this was just like my knowing. And then he started spinning like this thing that I'm guided to do with his hand and going, it goes all the way up. And I literally said in my head, wow, you're literally seeing what I'm doing right now. And he says it verbally out loud. Oh, that's really neat. And then there was this bracelet that he tossed to me, which is like black and gold, which again is like another visual that my guides have been giving me for energy and circulation. And I was just like, holy guacamole. And I was just sobbing because this person gets off the bus with this other individual that also has tons of bags and tons of things that they've like accumulated from like free piles. And my heart just like, and even now, just like cracked open. Like, yes, I believe and trust in God, and like that we have this duality world because of the fall of Atlantis, and people were too much in their ego and manipulating against people's will. And that's where we're going again. Like, that's where we're going again, that we're in our hearts and not from fear and not from ego in the way of that we have to control and manipulate against other people, like this lack mentality. And then there's this person who's like collecting cans for, money, and then getting off this bus with this other person. And I was just so moved by it, and like gave me a bracelet, like just chucked it at me before getting off the bus. And it's like, wow, like the generosity of people is just, and kindness of people is just so beautiful, amazing, and moving. And then I was just like, oh my gosh, like my prayer, my wish, my command, whatever word you want to use, is just that everyone has exactly what they need. Like everything, like we are the only species here that has to work for food, has to work to live in a house. Like all other species get everything that they need. And I get why, like, when our, like, when the shift happened, and my call is that we become so kind to each other, that we know that we're so abundant, that even though we're getting, change for pop cans, that we're like, you can have this bracelet, Oh my gosh, it was just so moving of like, and then it's just like this knowing of like, this is where humanity's going. This is where we're going. Like, we're not going to be, cyberbullying in the comments anymore. We're going to be cheerleading people and saying, you've got this. Like, I believe in you. I trust in you. But it all starts with you, though, is the thing. It all starts with you. You have to have faith in yourself. Oh my gosh. I didn't know what was going to happen when I came on here, but that story wanted to be shared because it was so moving to me, and a practice that Darren and I have both been doing that I invite you to do, to see how God is communicating to you, to see how there is a shift happening for everybody, is just calling them in. And if you don't like using the word, because I did not like using the word, I was raised Catholic, and it was like in a Catholic cult, not saying that all Catholic, religion is cult. That's not what I'm saying, but my experience was, as well as other things that shouldn't happen to any child or anyone. And it's been hard to say that. And I used to sob saying the word like God. And I used to use every other word besides it, like universe, creator, source, all that is, all that ever was, all that will be, universe, you up there. But there's potency in that word, and it vibrates and it feels different. And it's short and sweet and straight to the point. So I've been doing it, and I've been calling them in, not in a religious way whatsoever, in an all-knowing way that they created everything, and we are also a part of it. There's not separation from us to them. And if you feel that way, it is okay, because I felt that way as well. And if you don't want to say the word right now, you can sprinkle in other words, like I call in the universe, God, source energy, like whatever you want to do, just mix and match. And then maybe someday you will say it, and just be in that energy and ask them what you want, what you're having a hard time with. Or just saying thank you. Thank you is a great thing too. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. I feel better since I've cried. And sometimes you just got to do that. You just got to let it out to help acclimate the energy, so that my body was feeling all jittery, but I didn't know why. Okay, so something else that I've been guided to do is to walk you through a meditation of sorts. Again, there's a song that I'm going to share with you that I recorded before going on the live, and I'll share on this channel in a little bit if you're curious what it is. But it's basically, it has activations and codes in it. And yeah, just as Darren was saying before, you'll just be patient and open to receive the information however it comes to you. Sometimes it could be a feeling, sometimes it's this undeniable knowing, sometimes you'll hear something in your head, not auditorily. Less of a sense that I felt is taste, but sometimes you can taste or smell. Okay, so the meditation that I'm going to do, especially since I just moved a lot of energy and I feel like continuing to move more energy, is the Sasa meditation, which basically is doing what I was just saying for you all to do, or if you feel called. Again, these are all suggestions. You do you. You do what's best for you, and I will trust your process just as you trust mine. It's called the Sasa meditation. It's integrating all this beautiful energy into your being. It helps ground you, helps you with connection, clearing your chakras. What else wants to be said about it? Yeah, it's saying that you are God, God is you, and saying it out in the universe and calling in this beautiful energy. It's a great one to bring forward like a ball of energy or protection, help balance emotions. If you've been crying or sobbing on and off whenever you have like God inks, like myself, like, look at how God's communicating through me right now, just like sobbing like a hummingbird. So if that feels resonant to you, I'm going to show you the mudra first, and then I'll say the mantra. I'll just keep saying it out loud. You can also just say it in your head. If you want to play with it, you can say it out loud and imagine. So this is a way to work on your psychic senses, or the senses that you have, is you can imagine that you see your hands going up and down, or you can imagine that you hear the mantra in your head. So those are just some things that you can play with if you choose to, as a way to enhance the senses that you already have. So, all right, if you want to play with me, here we go. So this is the mudra. You're going to do the prayer sign, and you're going to start as close as you can to your root chakra, and then you're going to go upward, and then you're going to open a lotus flower on your third eye, your forehead. And it's really important because you want to cultivate this energy. This is the energy to cleanse it and also receive information from your guides who've been communicating with you, that your thumb and your finger are really pressed together. Like, you don't want to do it like this. Like, you really want to anchor in those codes, those vibrations, those energies into your being. And then when you get up here, then you're going to fold it in. You're going to integrate that energy. You're not just going to let it, like, hang out there and be like, okay, I received this energy, this information, this wisdom. Yes, I'm ready to integrate it. Oh my gosh, I hear the hummingbird. I'll stay focused. Okay, and then you bring it down, integrating it into your body, into your being, and then you go back down to your root, and then you go back up again. So it'll look like this, slower, because we're going to say a mantra with it. And then you're integrating and going back down. And you know what? I'm being shown, it's like a heart, y'all. You're integrating your heart. Look, this is the bottom of it. There's a V. And then you're curling it in. So that's the top of the heart. How cute is that? How cute is that? Thanks, Spirit. Okay. All right, so now the mantra that we're going to say. So when we go up, we're going to say Sa, Re, Sa, Sa. Sa, Re, Sa, Sa. And then when we get to our, we're going to say that times. When we get to our third eye, again, keeping our fingers together, we're going to say Sa, Rung. And then we're going to bring the energy back down. And when we go down, we're going to say Hara, Re, Hara, Hara. Hara, Re, Hara, Hara. Hara, Re, Hara, Hara. And then Harung is that as close as you can. I can't really get it down as far as I can, but to your root chakra. And try to keep your spine straight, because again, we're integrating all this energy, this beautiful wisdom, this knowing, this calling in, the God consciousness, source energy, and clearing and cleansing all at the same time. Okay. I'm going to keep saying it out loud. You do you. If you want to say it out loud with me, I can't hear you, but I can hear you. So, here we go. I kind of want to put a timer on too. Okay. I will be... yeah. Oh, I love you all too. Thanks for the comments. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little bit like I keep sobbing around things, so that's a way that I know I need to integrate. Trying to think of how I could do this for 11 minutes. Okay, you're coming with me. I'm gonna go get my timer. Because last time I tried timing this on my phone, it cut out the end part, and the end is important. So just one moment. You're gonna go in the house with me. Here we go. Hi, Layla. Doom, 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 doom. Think my timers. Oh, okay. So one moment. You can look outside. This is my view from my bed. So just 1 second. I got it. Thank you for your patience. Okay. We're gonna do this meditation, integrate this energy. There it is. Can everybody see me? It says that nobody's here, but I see comments. Can somebody comment like that they can see me and hear me right now? It says I'm lagging. Okay. Okay, now it's actually saying that there's people in my live, whereas before it didn't. We back. Yes, we can see you now. Oh my gosh, were you able to join the meditation or did it just kind of cut out? Because it literally stopped exactly like I did harung at the bottom and then it went off at exactly 11 minutes. Hi, Krista. Hi, Tony. Did anybody do it? do the meditation? I'm so sorry it went out. I think it's because of the internet here, even though I'm super close to it. It's just like right there. I think it's just because I'm outside. Or maybe it's because you all did the meditation with me and we're like, oh my gosh, we just broke the internet. Hi, Jojo. Bonjour. Wow, that was a lot of energy that came through. A lot. My body was moving and shaking at some point. Some points I felt sad and I had a bunch of thoughts come and leave. And if you did join that meditation or any meditation, it's so important to be gentle with yourself. If you have things coming into your awareness, kind of like I did, where my body was, moving because the energy was moving, and we're meant to move, or you have thoughts come into your awareness or sensations or feelings, just letting it, just being with it and not getting attached. So that looks like they're showing me like you're opening a book and you're turning a page, and just letting the pages turn, like, oh, here's that story, or here's that emotion or sensation and feeling, and then closing the book and then coming back, but not being attached to like what it says on the pages or how it makes you feel. And then it's just a story. It's just a storybook that's coming into your awareness. And the important part is that it's coming to your awareness because it's being released. Like that's an important word that they're emphasizing, that is being released, that it's not staying, it's just coming into your awareness and it's being released. That's all that it is. And it's also normal if you burp or hiccup, because that also happened to me during this live too. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better. And I just want to remind everybody that I believe in human kindness, that we should be kind and human. And I don't believe in cyberbullying. So if you are cyberbullying, I will be blocking you. I understand where it comes from. I understand the need that you may have that's not getting met, and projection and all of that. And I'm just saying that it's not tolerated. So if you want to hang out with me and be on my channel, on our channel, Darren and I's channel, even though he's here, but he's in the comments. Thanks, Darren. But yeah, it's important to be kind, and that kindness is reciprocated. The energy that we get out is the energy that we receive. And I believe anyone that's in the comments that has been unkind, I just want to say that I love you and I see you, and I'm sorry that whatever's happened in your life, and that it's okay. It's okay. There's no need to do it anymore. Okay, so I feel like just diving in and seeing what wants to come through. I feel an energy really strong. Okay. We'll see what wants to be shared. You are love. You can put your pencils down, the need to process information through the mind. You are love. This is your beginning, and this is your ending. You came through with this love. You will end with this love. It is your cyclical nature of being. Coming back to yourself, releasing the need to process through the mind, process through the body, process through your heart. You began with your heartbeat. You began with your heart leading in your brain. This is where we are going. This is where the humanity shift is happening. The turning point. To all of you that have been waiting for, yearning for, feeling the illusion of disconnection with yourselves, and thus disconnection with everyone. Connect to your heart. Connect to your heart. Feel this connection. You are the one you've been searching for. You've been knocking at that door. You've been knocking at that door. Will you answer the call? Will you answer the call? It's you you've been waiting for. It's you who you've been waiting for. There's no need to search for it. There is no need to eat to find it. There is no need to write it down. It's you who you've been waiting for. It's you who you've been waiting for. Will you answer the call? Will you answer the door? It's beautiful. Perceptions, perceptions, they're believed, wrapped in emotions. Can you wash these away? Can you toss them in the trash and know they're illusions coming back from your past? Can you be here right now with me without the need to label what you perceive to see? Can you be with this energy that you have inside you? 'Cause it's God consciousness, God source energy. It's loving on me and you. It's loving on you and me too. Can you feel the energy? Can you feel this truth? Can you be here in your heart, not in your mind? Can you open up your heart to open up your mind? Let your heart lead you. Let your heart lead you down the path aligned with your truth of where you need to go. Where are you supposed to go? Are you listening? Are you listening to this knowing inside? This burning yearning, this knowing your truth. Are you listening? Are you listening and taking those steps forward? Taking those steps forward down your path. When you choose to be here, when you choose to live here, you will feel aligned. You will be super kind. You know, sometimes it will be out of tune, and that's okay, because I think everyone should express their beautiful messages in whatever capacity feels good. I am in tune for me. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. And again, I'm just letting you know, human kindness, cyberbullying is not accepted in this space. This space is sacred. You're safe to be who you are, as long as that's not putting anybody down, name calling. Your words are so powerful. Do you realize whatever you write, hear, say out loud is a spell? What kind of spell do you want to be a part of? Do you want people to be negative towards you, feel in lack, feel like everything always happens to me, like play the victim role or tear people down? Or do you want to empower yourself? Like, that's what Darren and I are here to do, to empower you. Your belief systems that change. And songs have changed me, literally changed me. You can sing about how you're feeling. You can sing about what you're calling in. And it's not denying it. It's not bypassing it. It's just being with it. And in that way, you're allowing yourself to express what's present for you right now. And that's what we're being called to do, is to be present here, right now. What are you grateful for? What's a challenge? What is here right now for you? And there's no need to have to change it. It's just about being with it, being with this reality here on this present earth, and knowing what you put out is what you receive. It's like magnets. If we are putting out negativity or things that are putting people down or demeaning in some way, we are naturally attracting that to us. And the same goes for like us kind of having a pity party too, like, oh, like, why is this happening to me? You know, instead of that, flip it around, like sing about it, like, I'm having a hard time. I don't understand why I'm having such a hard time. It's so hard right now. It's so hard. And, you know, and like really get into it. Like get into it. What do you want to say about this present moment? And it is so hard, even if you're mad, when you sing about it, to stay mad. I want you to try that. Like really try that. And thanks, Presley, for holding it down. Are you really trolling if it's love? Are you meaning love bombing? Hi, Centel. Benny, I'm not sure what your question means. Hi, Tazwar. Hi, James. Heart back to you. It depends what it is, Chase. If it's appropriate, sure. I learned that yesterday when someone said they wanted to share something and it was not appropriate. Again, this is a sacred space for everyone to feel their feelings, to be present with what's here right now, whether there's a challenge or something amazing and awesome. I'm not sure what you mean by what happened to my eyes. There is shade now because the sun, here I can show you too, the sun's about to go behind the tree. Whee! So now it's making it so it's darker back here, if that's what you mean. Hello, 67 guy. Hi, Ruku. Hi, good boy. Hi, Abraham. Oh, yeah. Hi, Caillou. Yes, when we feel overwhelmed, Caillou is just talking about how they have a lot of exams coming up and what to do because it's hard to sit focus. You're scared or overwhelmed to even get started. I can relate to this because I've been feeling it for the past several days actually, and just sitting with it. And the easiest way is one, as I just said, sing about it. Like, I'm so overwhelmed right now. Look at all these things I have to do right now. And just sing about it. Like, how are you feeling? What is it that you're trying to do? Like you said, like, you're trying to figure out exams. Like, I'm about to have an exam. I have 22 to 25 chapters to read. I feel overwhelmed and scared. I don't know what to do. Can you please help me with guidance on what to do here right now? I feel really nervous about this test. I want to make sure I pass it. What should I do? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Just have some sort of tune and then sing about it. And then the next part is just break it down. Like, what's the part of it that you can work on right now? Can you work on just 5 pages? Can you say, I'm only going to do 5 pages right now, and that's it? Don't do any more than that. Just read 5 pages and then take a pause. Go have some water, go outside, ground. This ground feels great. And congratulate yourself that you just did something that was hard and felt overwhelming. Like, good job. Like, yeah. And like, give yourself a hug. Like, you're amazing right now. You just did 5 pages. We're going to do another 5 more, and then go back into it and just do little chunks. And that can help to feel less overwhelmed. Or at least it does for me. If anyone else has suggestions, feel free to write it in the comments. What's worked for you to help you feel less overwhelmed for what feels like a big project on how to work on it to move it forward. Thanks, Presley, for being in the comments. I love you. Thanks, good boy. Hi, John from South Africa. Hi. Ooh, I don't know how to say your name. Hi, Itar from Italy. I don't think that's how you say it. Hi, Berry Berry. Hi, Pablo. Aww. Yeah, it's all about practice. It's all about practice. Because you know what? A lot of us grew up with people who are around us in society, in culture, advertisement, who are not very kind. And that's kind of how humankind has been run. Unless you're like with hippies or like super open, loving parents, not me, then that's kind of our advertisement and how our beliefs and how we talk to ourselves is developed. And that's okay. And we could just slowly work on it. And give yourself credit when you hear maybe that inner critic that's saying, you should do this better. Or like, we should have done it this way, or you should have made a different choice. And really like congratulate yourself and be like, yeah, I hear you. You know, I hear that, yeah, I could have made a different choice, or I could have done something different. And you know what? I'm going to keep going anyways. I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm awesome. You're awesome. Hello, Selena. Hi, Raj. Hi, Morgan from England. Oh, happy Thursday to you, Barry. That's awesome, Selena. Hi, Sam. Hi, Paul. Oh, so many people in the comments saying hi. How are you all doing? Now, since the shades come in, I gotta put on a layer. My daintiness is like, put on a sweater. I guess I could move in the sun. The sun is bright. Bright, bright, bright. Awesome. Welcome from India. Yeah, I hear that. And I really feel strongly that humanity is shifting from this disconnection, and it's this reconnection and circulation of energy from our heart. Because literally, as a fetus, do you know that our heart was here in our brain, and then it moved down and came here to the middle of our chest? Do you know? It's 11:11. And I don't know if you all do this, and maybe this is a suggestion for anyone that's here that wants support around affirmations or reminders. I have in my phone, so at 11:11, I do Jamie Price's mantras for the month, and this month is I embrace my powerful life force. So if you put little reminders, like in the morning when I wake up, I'm having the best fudging week ever. So that's the first thing that I wake up to. And you could just put different things and alarms. Why not? Like, tell yourself how awesome you are, because we have to be our biggest cheerleader. So you could say like, I'm awesome. You could put that as an alarm at like 2:22. I like doing multiple digit numbers in a row. Darren was just on a live, and then we swapped. We switched. I'm good, doing good, Raj. How are you? Hi, Evan from Cape Town. I'm good, Sam. How are you? Thanks, Crystal. I hope you have a awesome day too. Thanks, Presley. Yeah, so there's a lot that you just wrote in your question, Crystal, and I appreciate it. I'm just gonna go back to it. So one, it's really important that we're mindful again of what we say. Oh, if it'll just stay. Okay, there we go. So I just read your comment, and if you feel like a lot of bad things are happening, one thing that you could note is, why do you state it as bad? Because what we're being asked to do is to be here in our heart. And our heart, when we are completely in our heart, there is no good or bad. It just is. And it's in the 0 point of neutrality. So it's like, what belief do you have around these things that are bad and why? And then also, what are the reasons behind those things that are happening that do not feel so great to you? Because there's typically, when something bad has happened, when we say like this is bad, we have an attachment to a very strong belief and emotion. And if we can get to the root of that, like the root cause of what's there, and we could shift it within ourselves, which again, these are usually developed between ages 0 and 7, then that's when the magic happens. Then if that same situation or something similar to it comes and arises, we'll just look at it more from a neutral state. And as far as another way to support you in shifting is, how can you come to just being in this present moment, just being here right now, which you can do in a variety of ways. Like, I don't know if you're here when I started meditating, but that's a great way to meditate to help you ground your energy. And when we ground our energy, then we could know more clearly of what's happening and why, without trying to analyze it and just, tossing everything on the table and looking at it from a fresh, new pair of eyes. Yeah, and I'm also getting like self-care practices. Like, what are you doing to rise your vibration, so to speak? Like, what is something that you would love to do right now? Is it go test drive a car that you're calling in? Is it taking yourself out to eat? I take myself out on dates whenever I feel called, whether it's like, yeah, Luna, like you just edited an awesome video, or just because it's time to, and really honoring that time with yourself, going out in nature, making delicious food. Like, what lights you up? Dancing lights me up, singing lights me up, meditation lights me up, breath work lights me up too, hanging out with friends when I'm up for it. Yeah, so that's what I would say to that, and thank you for your comment. Ooh, oh my gosh, your comments are so good. This is amazing. I hear you, Caillou. So anger is one of those, I feel one of the more challenging emotions. So when we feel emotions, there's typically more than one that's present. So it's diving into what emotions are there. And anger specifically, I've noticed, at least for my experience, and maybe this is your experience too. Again, all experiences are welcome. Any suggestions you can take or toss out the window. Just do whatever feels good to you. Anger has been a really hard one for me because growing up I was not allowed to feel it because I was a girl or a woman, and I was allowed to cry and be happy. But anger was not one of those emotions. So I've been really leaning into it. And guess what? I had a lot of what emotion was like the highest to process? Anger. And I'm like, how do I do this? Because what was modeled to me, it's kind of like this volcano eruption and then a vomiting that happens, like the lava all over my body. And that doesn't feel good. And that's not honoring the person. That's not honoring the emotion. And the emotion needs to move just like everything else. So what can you do? So something I've done that has been supportive of me for anger is when you express it verbally, be mindful of your eye gaze and where the sound is coming out. And if you feel like you can't look up or put your hands in the ground and put it down into the earth, then take a pause and go somewhere else to process it. I've picked up pillows, I've punched pillows, I have yelled and screamed in a pillow, I have pretended that I was like a little kid, because again, a lot of these emotions are from our childhood, and bringing out my inner child and like stomping and like on the, like lying down on the bed and like hitting the bed and shaking my legs. And it's, for me, a lot of the anger has been in my arms. So I will do this and I'll push really hard and then I'll start grunting, like making deep sounds, just like, roar, like be a lion, let it out, let your inner lion out, and just be mindful that you're not directing it towards anybody. So either having it going upward, like, ah, ooh, I just saw like an orb pop out when I did that, or down, ah. And I've asked for feedback from my kids, who are very sensitive beings. I feel like the kids are leading the shift. And they've always told me when I do this that it does not feel like it's directed towards them. So you could try that, and maybe that will be supportive. And eventually the anger feels less intense, is what I've noticed over time. The more times you release it. And I think that goes with any emotion. 666 is the receiving energy. Yeah, Craft, when your faith is so high in this, God, source, consciousness energy, then anything else that comes and projected towards you is redirected back, because your vibration is a mismatch. And again, the magnetics are opposite now, and it repels from each other. Yeah, come earth with me, Kendall. Hi, Script. What God am I talking about? I'm just talking about all that has made everything here in our reality. That is the God I'm talking about. I'm not talking about in a Bible or anything like that. I'm just talking about God in the sense of it is the energy that you can call in right now and be here with you right now and ask for whatever you need. Yeah, and I'm just being reminded of something I told Darren yesterday. It's like, what's on your menu? What are you calling in? What do you want to order? Like, take out your menu and just start writing it out. You can write it out, you can speak it out, and just like say, hey, I want this, and I want this, and I want this. I need help with this. And then just letting it be and see how you're guided by God, by Spirit, on what to do around those goals or what you're calling in. I'm from Oregon. Why don't I do Telegram? So Discord, Sam's just asking why we're not on Discord or Telegram. We are on Telegram, but as far as Discord's we're actually changing channels from Patreon to something else that we will announce in a little bit, because it takes a while to shift everything around. But I don't know, Discord, we're just not having the call for that. And we have Telegram, but it's specifically for when we go live, Darren and I. But that's kind of how we use that. What does that mean, Crystal? I I misread it. Yeah. Anger is an emotion that is being released a lot by the collective. And actually, I'm so glad that you said that. So one thing to be mindful of is that we are humanity. We are a collective consciousness, right? How many times have you thought of a friend and they texted you or called you? Okay. That is how connected we are. And I know that everyone can relate to this. So the same goes for emotions. Sometimes you might be feeling something that's more of the collective consciousness that is being released and not necessarily yours. Same with sadness, same with grief, same with really any emotion. So really asking yourself, is this mine? And if it's not, let it go. Just say return to sender. Unless you feel that call to, put it into the earth. Sometimes I hear it's not mine, and then I'm like, okay, and I put it into Gaia, which is literally Mother Earth. And you could say something like, hey, Mother Earth, can you please take this from me? This isn't mine. And just putting your hands down. And through your senses, seeing it release. Oh, I love you too, Shivam. I haven't studied the astral realm, but I've definitely dabbled in it and have gone there on at different times. I haven't seen that show. That would be a good question to ask, Darren. But I see that that's part of your name, Stranger Than Things. So. Yeah, sometimes. So I like your comments, Crystal. They're just so good. So when we get an injury with an emotion, it is a sign for your guide saying to slow down. So I typically, at least that's been my experience, around a big emotion of like, oh, like I gotta get this done, like right now, and like zipping around, doing all the things. And then having an injury like breaking your hand, getting in a car accident. I remember one time one of my friends said that they were just walking and then they broke their foot. Like nothing fell on it. No one hit them. It just happened. So again, this is just a sign to slow down. and listen. Like, what is it that we are such busybodies, I feel, and the call is to be less busy, which seems counterproductive. But when we're here in this moment, instead of processing what we have to do or we should be doing, things get done faster, especially when we're in joy, especially when we're in happiness, especially when we are feeling good. And then the opposite will happen when we're not feeling great, or angry or in despair. Everything feels more slowed down. Mm. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, calling in God and then asking for support with your anger. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Craft. Just catching up. No, I have not studied the astral realm, Beth. Ooh, Jesse's asking, what if you stop feeling emotions and just waiting for the cycle to complete so you can stop experiencing? That's a very interesting question. So if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying, what if you want to numb out and you just don't want to be here anymore? That's kind of how I'm interpreting your question. If I'm incorrect, let me know. Yes, Jesus and God, God consciousness, Mary Magdalene, archangels, they all love you. Ooh, my third eye is so active right now. Hold on. I feel like another song's gonna come through. It's kind of funny. What is the way? You are the way to your God heart. What is the way? You are the way to your God heart, where you feel whole and complete, and there is nothing that you need. Be in your heart, 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 be in your heart. So many comments. Just seeing if there's any to respond to. Thank you for your comments, Shivam. Thanks, Coat. Thanks, Matthew. Yeah, that is interesting, Crystal. It's interesting what things are happening around us, and sometimes we won't actually know why, but it's understanding that there's a greater, bigger picture of the reason behind it and just letting it be, and letting yourself be in the energy of weirdness. My kiddos, they use weird in a positive way than what I'm used to, and it just means that you're unique and cool. So do it in a weird way. Whew. I see your question, Jessie. Thank you for responding. Yeah, sometimes life can be really hard and feel suffocating or challenging. And if that is where you are, or anybody else that's here in the chat or watching this later, I just want you to know that you are loved. And I get that it feels really hard right now. And that I see you. And I just want to thank you for being here. And I just want you to know that it does get better. And that you matter. That you're perfect and whole. You don't have to do anything, be anything. You could just be here right now. And everything will get better. It's just the balance of life. There's more light than darkness, just slightly. So it always comes back into balance. Ooh. This one really touches my heart because me growing up, I had a really challenging childhood that I'm still learning more about in little bits and pieces. A lot of it came out after I gave birth to my 2 kids, and I was in shock by it, and so was everyone else because I blocked it out. And I remember like not wanting to be here and having to work with the mind and what comes up and what's expressed, and hearing some not so kind things and questioning my very existence. So if that's you or anybody else, I just want you to know that I love you so much. I'm sorry that those things happened to you. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading the comments. Okay, you all wrote a lot. I'm trying to catch up. Thanks for the heart, Kyle. Oh, that's interesting. Crystal, if that's your experience, I would suggest just calling in bright, like imagining that there's bright white light coming from the cosmos, coming down through your being, through your head, through your crown, and throughout your whole body until your whole body is white light, all the way down to your toes, and seeing roots coming out your feet, connecting you to the ground, connecting you to the cosmos, and saying out loud, I release what no longer serves me right now. And just seeing and noticing what happens. Oh, thanks, VS. Oh, yeah, I hear a lot of people on the the comment also had a challenging childhood. I see you. I see you. Oh, thanks, Beth and Sagar and Boogie and VS and Conrad. Thank you. Yeah, so we're kind of in this interesting matrix right now, in our reality, where we came in with all this beautiful love and light, knowing who we are, that we're God, consciousness, source energy, and literally being like timer, and there's like bloop. Instead of me putting it in my hand, it would actually appear, like just instantly. However, we have taken a shift over thousands and thousands of years of being more head-centered instead of in our heart, to manipulate and control against people's will. And from that, the things that are happening around us don't make any sense, right? Because there is this soul knowing, this of what it was like before, when all of our needs were met, when everyone was kind. And I really feel like a lot of the grief that I felt yesterday when I was on the bus, seeing this person with a bag of cans, helping another person with like whatever they had collected, is just, wow, like we have come so far from that, and grieving that on within myself, of this knowing of where we're going and was what we once had, and just being with it. And you're right, it doesn't make sense, and yet it does at the same time. So it's like I'm being shown a pop can. So like a pop, like you shake up a pop can like really, really hard, and then a bunch of bubbles happen. And what happens when you pop the lid? It explodes everywhere. And right now, there's a huge shift that's happening with people waking up, understanding like that they're not going to stand for people bullying them. They're not going to work that 9-to-5 job anymore. They're going to find true happiness. They're breaking up with people, getting divorces. One of my friends like loved their pet, but knew it wasn't the right match. And like for weeks they were sobbing about it. And then finally was like, this dog deserves a family that I cannot give them, and found a better match. It's making those hard choices that feel more aligned to you. And so going back to the pop can situation of it, this explosion, that explosion is here to kind of wake us up because we've kind of been stagnant for a while. Yes, energetically, a lot of things have been shifting around us, but it's like, what needs to happen for more people to wake up? And I don't agree with the things that are happening in the way that they are. And yet I'm accepting that these souls either chose to be in those situations, just like my childhood, I chose to be in this situation before I came here. Um, and and that just also is a part of it. It's like a part of like the bigger whole, the bigger process to support people in their awakening. And it's okay to feel grief and anger and confusion about it. This is the ignition. How do you say that word? Blah, 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 blah. This is the igniting of that inner flame, that inner wisdom of you all and of the planet too. And yeah. Thanks, Shiva. Thanks, Olive. Oh, yeah, an out of body experience. Are you talking about the light part? You might, but if you feel really grounded, you shouldn't. Hi, Dale. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? Yeah, OBE is out of body experience. It's where you feel like you're floating above your body. If you feel that while you are awake, that means that you're not grounded. So it's really important to make sure that you're grounded before doing that practice, like feeling your feet on the floor. Can you feel your feet and your toes? Can you feel your calves? Can you feel your kneecaps? Like literally do like a whole body exam or observation and notice what's in your body before you connect both ways, like down to the earth and up towards the sky. I'm from Oregon. Hello, Conrad, from Canada. Do, do, do. Conrad, how long have you had God in your life? I mean, God's always been here, but how long have I been actively calling God in? And it depends on like if you mean calling in the word God, not in a religious sense, just that word, or just calling in what it meant God, my intention of like universe, all that is, the almighty creator, source. If you're talking about that, I have been for the past 10 years. But as far as using the actual phrase God, but not in a religious context, just that word to me is higher vibrational. And if it's not for you, that's okay. You do you. I've only been using that for like a month. And I can finally say it, as you can tell, without sobbing, because it used to be really triggering for me because of religion, because of my background. And I feel like I've gotten over that hump, so to speak. Oh yeah, thanks for your suggestions, Beth. You're awesome. Yeah, Yeah, if you see any energies or entities, your clairvoyance is online, which is your clear seeing. And sometimes at least my experience was when that started coming through, is I would see a lot of what people would call as ghosts, or another way of saying it is earthbound spirits, which are energies that have not left. And if you choose, again, everything's a choice, and it's all about you finding your happiness, what makes you light up, what makes you excited, what makes you want to jump up and down and tell the whole world. That is what we're here to do. We're here to light up ourselves, and that light will emanate out and light up everybody else. So if you have that calling to help earthbound spirits go into the light, that might be a calling for you. I was asked if I wanted to do that, and I did help many. And they would show me how they passed, and usually in not a very pleasant way. You can, or yeah, just as Beth said, they might be there just to be like, hey, I just like, can you see me? Like, do you see me right here? Like, look what I'm doing. And yeah, not be afraid, because the thing is, as more of us wake up and all of our senses come online, which is, again, where we're going, this is the norm. Our reality is not linear at all. Everything is happening at the same time. So you'll be more aware, which is amazing and so cool that this is coming through for you. And anybody else, no matter how spirit is communicating with you, of wow, like, look what is shifting in my reality, like, look what is present for me, like, what a blessing, how neat is this? And I like to ask them, like, hey, yeah, I can see you, like, is there something you need? And just feeling into how it feels to me. And if it feels disresonant in any way, I will call in my guides and be like, hey, can you help me with this? Because again, we're not alone. You don't have to meditate for hours to like have them come in and like be with us. Our vibration on this planet is way higher, that they're literally right here. Just right here, hanging out with all of us, having a cup of tea. Okay. Y'all's comments are so engaging. Oh my gosh. Look at those likes. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Wow. What's this? Thank you so much for responding, Beth. I just want to say thank you. I'm sorry that I'm like, I'm slowly scrolling. You're awesome, Beth. Thank you. And thank you for all your questions. Crystal, Beth is on it. You're awesome. I'm from Oregon. Oh, thanks, Presley. Oh my gosh. E.T., yeah, extraterrestrials come home. We are all from out there, y'all, having this human experience, which is kind of wild. Oh, love you too, Beth. How do you stay Army? How did you change your font? I don't know what that means, your comment, by the way. I don't know what stray kid, like, do I know stray kids? Do you mean like homeless kids? Maybe that's what you mean. But how did you change your text is different than everybody else? How did you do that? Ooh, hey, Jesse from North Carolina, Syria from India. Yes, we are vibrational beings. So I actually had a conversation with somebody who'll leave, well, you all don't know them anyways, with a friend, I'll just say that. And they recently removed what's called as a parasite. So again, everything is vibrational. So if we are feeling really sad, emotional, angry, despair, and we're not allowing it to move, or we are holding it in and pretending everything's fine, oh my gosh, parasites and like entities and things love that, because that is of their vibration. So again, it's like whatever you attract comes near you. You're like a magnet. And it's all, and then I'm being shown like a light. Like, how can you shine your light brighter? Not disengaging with any of these feelings or emotions. It's just like, okay, I'm feeling, like I was feeling, if you watched me, if you've been here this whole time, thank you. At the beginning, I was sobbing because I was just thinking about these people on the bus. Okay, I have to pause. But I meditated and I felt better. And I'm gonna see, there's a bunny. I'm gonna see if I can turn this around. I don't know if I need to whisper, but they're literally over here. They're so cute. Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta turn around, sorry. Okay, wait. Can you see the bunny? Can I zoom in? Oh, I can. Do you see the bunny right there? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Sorry, I'll straighten it. Look at that bunny. Isn't nature beautiful? My youngest daughter was asking to see the bunny. So now here I'm actually gonna take a screenshot and I'll send it to her. It lives under the shed and it is so cute. Supposedly it has babies and a partner. Oh, there it goes. Just hopping along. Look at you. You can hop just like that bunny. You could just hop around life. Hanging out, nature. I don't know if you could see it now. Oh, look at its little ears. Eating some clover. I don't have a religion. I am spiritual, which just means that I believe in a greater, that there's something greater than me, and I'm allowing that greater than me-ness to support and guide me. Okay, I can flip it around, I think. Okay. I get really excited for bunnies or butterflies or hummingbirds because they're just so cute. Everything is a choice. I do think everything is a choice. We get to choose what we believe, what we eat. And we'll just delete that person off. Again, this channel is for kindness. Humankind. We are both here on this channel. Oh, sure. I will, bird beanie. I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it to Darren. I'll let him know you like his beard. Hello, Krishna. Hi, Nirik from Scotland. Hi, Justin. Hi, Sakil. Love you too. Hi, hi. Hi, Mustang. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Yes. Thank you, David. David just said, time is a linear construct. Think of it as an infinite loop. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Sparkle fingers, which means I agree. Thanks, Arya. Wow, you all wrote a lot of comments. I'm just trying to... I don't know, Beth. That's a good question, who Kristen is. Dale said, I saw an awesome pic today. It said, I stopped looking for the light and decided to become it instead. Whoa. Preach. Yeah, and that's what is that also, what is that saying? Don't look outside of you. It is inside of you. You are what you're looking for, which is a song I sang. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the replay. There's a lot of songs that came through. I love you, Beth. The bunny's just living life. Just living its best life back here. We planted these clovers in the back. This is all clover right here for the bunny. And we planted a bunch of plants for it. And it's made a little home under this little shed over here. It's a magical backyard. There's plums, there's pears, and there's apples right now. Before there was blueberries, marionberries, raspberries, and pie cherries. But those ones are now out of season. Now it's just the 3. Yeah, it's true. If you use the word Jesus, they do not like it. It's true. Hi, Darren. Darren, I'm going to send you a screenshot. I don't know how long you've been here because I've tried to catch up on the comments, but someone really liked your beard. Oh, okay. What do you want me to do the poll about, Darren? Oh, I'm caught up. I did it. Yes, I am all caught up. Sorry, dog. I guess it's too loud for the dog. Here's a plus sign. But what should the poll be about? What's your question? Aw. Awesome. Thanks for supporting the rabbits. Yeah, there's a lot of comments. What does that mean to you, Mike? Oh no, it's nope, I was just trying to scroll to see what everyone had said. Well, Jesse, I would just say create your own and believe in it and call that in and make choices that create what you're wanting, and you're creating your own culture and doing things that you know, like meditation and grounding your energy, that will immediately you connect to being your truest self. It is 12 o'clock. Hello, Alberto from Mexico. Welcome. Oh, did you get a headache? I must have missed that comment. Sorry, Abby. Actually, that happened to me when I was out in the sun too much and I got really, really burnt. And I got a headache too. If you can, if there's no sun, like right now, the shade, I have shade because this beautiful, gigantic tree. Here, I'll just show you. Oh, and zoom out too. See the sun's behind there? And then lie on the ground. That has helped a lot with the discomfort. And of course, yeah, drinking water. I don't speak Spanish, but I want to. I went to Costa Rica. Was it last year? Pretty sure it was last year. Last summer. And I just knew that language I'd known before, and I was very sad that I didn't know more language. And yeah, I want to travel, and Spanish is one of the languages that's pretty well known across different countries and states as a second language. I'm fluent in sign language though, but there's only so much you could do with that because it's not universal. So I'm from Oregon. Hi, Cover. Yeah, that's true. Yes, fishing is meditation. Anything can be meditation. It's all about being in the present moment. You can go for a walk and it could be meditating. You could be washing dishes. It could be meditating. It's just, can you be really present with putting soap on your sponge and washing that dish? Or are you somewhere else in the past or in the present? Or are you literally like feeling the texture, feeling the soap, feeling the water wash that dish? Yes, I believe in God and Jesus as well as other light beings. I used to model, Matthew, when I was in my 20s. I'd model t-shirts and what else did I model? Lingerie. I did a boudoir for somebody's line that they had. What else have I done? Oh yeah, different dresses and skirts for this up and coming apparel company. And then sometimes I just model for fun, but I haven't in a while. But it is fun. It is fun to do. Ooh, painting is your meditation. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love painting. What modality do you use? I used to paint with acrylic. However, I've dabbled with oil painting, which I like because it takes so long to dry, so you can keep manipulating and changing it. But I also really like watercolor too, but I haven't mastered that yet, or feel like I'm a master at it yet, and that's okay. Just showing you all around, people. Look. Do you see the hummingbird? Hummingbird. This is what I'm talking about. Backyard is magical out here, y'all. You are accurate. I am vegan. I don't know what look do I have? It's because I have a V in my face, which means vegan. Does that why? Oh my gosh, dancing! Yes! Sarah, what kind of dancing do you love doing? I love dancing too. I like putting on a song and just dancing to it. Hello! Oh my goodness! I've been on here for a while and I didn't even realize. anyone can pray for me, and I will pray for you too. And thank you. Yeah, I am a strong believer that everyone should eat whatever is best for them. So I don't think that anyone should be on a specific diet. It's all about what feels good to you. And I've been on and off vegan, just listening to what I'm guided to eat for 17 years. And recently, not now, but around a month ago, I was guided to eat meat. And that was really hard for me to do. I was like praying to the meat because I didn't know. Like, I can tune into the meat and see how they were, if they were cared for, if they were kind and all of that. And at the same time, life is so precious. And I was like saying gratitude, and I was just sobbing and like sending it so much energy before I had some. And it was interesting. It had a little bit of vibration in it, which for me, I know what I'm supposed to eat because it'll vibrate. Again, this is just how I know through my senses. And then I noticed that like tofu, because I was eating a lot of tofu at the time as a way to bring in more protein, didn't have any vibration at all. And I always thought that was weird. And Daria's body says, no thanks. And right now I'm not guided to have any meat again. And I really think it's because there was a layer around me and maybe even judgment around it that I had to release so I can come back to just eating plant-based. This channel, Darren and I made it last May. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for asking. But yeah, I think that everyone should eat whatever feels good to them, and no one gets to decide but you, and just really tuning in to how it's communicating. I've now been able to eat mangoes, like dried mangoes, whereas before I couldn't. I would get a rash, and something shifted in me where I can eat meat if I choose, but I'm not guided to, and I can also have mangoes. So that's exciting because I love dried mangoes. I don't hate anything. I'm just not guided to eat it. Yes, you're an intuitive eater too. Awesome, David. It's 12 p.m. You're German. Guten Tag. Or Gute Nacht. I think it's like, isn't there an 8-hour difference? So it's 8 p.m. for you, I think. Do I read novels? I am a busybody. I have 2 kiddos. So if I read a novel, I'm listening to it. So if I can read it as a way of listening to it, that would be cool. I honestly have a long list of books that are in my Spotify queued that I haven't been guided to listen to. So you can suggest it, but until I'm guided to dive in, I won't. But I'll screenshot it if there's something that you feel called to share. And thank you for wanting to share with me. Okay. No cannibalism for you, Jess. Okay, Jessie. Oh, thanks for hanging out with us, Abby. Have a great walk with your dog. I took German for 4 years in high school, but I honestly don't remember much. I would love to speak it with somebody, but it's really hard to find somebody who speaks German. So I can do right now ASL, sign with my hands, or speak English and a little bit of German. I am alien, Joseph. Get it, Celestial. All right, y'all. I am going to head out and I don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to see what I'm going to do next. This is what I was guided to do, is come live and hang out with you all. And I just want to say thank you all so much for hanging out with myself and Darren before. If you're here for both of them, whoa, thanks for hanging out with us. I really appreciate you. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Darren and I are going to be going live a lot. We are going to be driving in an RV and traveling the world and bringing all of these tools that have worked with us to share with all of you, either one-on-ones, or what we're really called to do is in large groups with various modalities that we do. If you don't know what we're talking about, there's the pinned link in the comment. You can see all the things that we are doing right now and that we're offering the community. And I just want to say that I love you. You're amazing. You are awesome. And I'm so, so happy that you are here and that you've taken this time to be with me, to be with you. And I hope to see you soon. And thank you. Thank you so much, Darren and Presley and everyone who's engaged in the comments. I have read them all. And I just want to say that I love you. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Dale. Much love to you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.